Så nu är vi tillbaka till Irosekai. Och jag tror att det här kommer bli, vi är inne på chapter 6 här. Kisaragi Mio does not regret. Jag tror att det här kommer vara mer fokuserat på Kisaragi Mio. Vilket kan vara nice. Vi ska bara hoppa rätt in här. Wait, please. We've been walking along the street that runs next to the seawall. I fall to my knees right there on the spot. I can't. My body won't move another inch. The summer sun viciously bakes my skin as sweat keeps seeping out of every pore of my body. Please, I gotta rest a little. Jag kollar så vi är till och med henne nu. Jag tror att vi kommer vara det typ hela chapteret. Nu har vi ändå blivit introducerade till de flesta här, så jag tror man kommer få ett sånt här chapter på typ alla personer. Vi har redan fått liksom väldigt mycket på Kan, alltså. Tiny amount of labor is enough to wear you down. I don't think that's something you should be saying to the guy who's been lifting and carrying stuff for you non-stop since morning. I'm panting profusely. Now that my legs have stopped moving, sweat pours out in an even larger volume.
Ja, det
är nog inte så långt ifrån sanningen heller. Så. Weird, because I feel like that's a pretty objective interpretation of what you've been doing. Today is Mio's second move-in day. Essentially, the rest of her stuff is being transported to the dorm. Being the nice friend that I am, I offered her my assistance, thinking nothing of it. Little did I know that I'd be worked like a dog from the early hours of the morning with no breaks. I almost feel like some kind of workhorse. What kind of stuff? Verkligen inte. Well, sure, but look. Mio, this is already a third trip. I've been using a cart from the dorm and transporting her furniture and various other things from her house for over half the day now, non-stop. Har ingen bil eller någonting? I know I promised you I'd help, but geez, I didn't expect it to be this backbreaking. Very exhausted. I'm probably not far off from that point. Okay. Vänta, vad hette chapteret nu igen? Doesn't break? Nej, does not regret. Okay. Oh, how could you, please? Mio, baby, I just want some love. Oh. I throw a quick glance back at the mountain of boxes packed into the cart. Jag vet inte ens om hon ska få plats med allt det där. Väldigt mycket så här random boxes också. Why didn't you just hire a mover if you had this much stuff? That's what most people would have done. Well, true. Priceless i dubbelmening antar jag. Okay, I guess I'm getting absolutely nothing in return for these hours of hard labor. Oh, please. What? You will? Oh, I will. I swear I'll finish this. Just give me a short break, please. What? What are you gonna do? She lightly jogs off somewhere. After a minute or so, she returns. She's holding a beverage can in each hand. Where did you get these from? Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks. I'll take the tea then. We walk to the seawall and sit down beside one another. Oh, CG? Just like we did that day so long ago when we ate lunch together. Nej, nära. Not a person in sight. On the other side of the seawall, we see the desolate beach. Hear the gentle sound of the waves breaking on the shore, then ebbing away. Feel the pleasant sensation of the wind brushing against our cheeks. And we also spot the horizon off in the distance, warping in the haze of heat. Hey, Mio.
Nani?
Wanna debate which boundary line is more prominent on the horizon?
何それ
Which line is thicker at the point where they meet? The line from the sky or the line from the sea?
意味わかんない
She's implicitly calling me
水
stupid.
平線はどこまで行っても水平線よ空はどこまで行ったって空その場所なんか
Ja,
ない
kul.
の
Kul
そ
människa.
れはおい何
What's that yeah for?
不満そうな顔
Am I? Am I just remembering it incorrectly? Or putting my own spin on it? Or what? Whatever the case may be, I feel like the Mio back then had some very beautiful romantic view on the horizon. Actually, didn't she purse her lips at me back then, just like she's doing now? I don't quite remember. I take a sip from the beverage can, and almost immediately I'm hit with confusion. Hold up.
何
This isn't tea, it's juice. Mio glanced down at the can in her hand.
ほんと間違えたそっちが
Oh
私のだった
no! Oh, how could you confuse two different cans? How could you confuse two different memories?
何よユーマだって口をつけるまでに気づいてくれてもいいの
I
に
trusted you. For some reason, the huffy face she's making is awfully cute. Would she get mad at me if I told her that? I wonder. Hey, it happens to all of us. Sometimes we just become total nitwits.
それは死語だな
Nähä, takta. Doesn't mean I can't use it, right? As I'm about to take another sip of the juice, Mia reaches her hand out, saying, "Hey," and stopping me. Yeah?
それ私のこっちがあんたの
But I already drank from it. Just a little sip, but still.
それが別に私は構わないけど
She swipes the can out of my hand and takes a sip. Wasn't that... I point at the juice can in her hand. Oh no, indirect kiss.
何
Wasn't that an indirect kiss, basically? She's staring fixedly at the rim of the orange juice can. I figured she would yell at me, something like, "Why'd you point that out, idiot?" But all she says instead is,
それが
"Huh?
それが何なの
I don't know what the big deal is. You kinda put me on the spot there." The unexpected response that came out of her mouth is leaving me feeling kind of in disbelief.
関節キスくらいで何なのよあんた小学生
Yes, sorry, my bad. She puts her lips on the can and takes a large swig. She chokes on it for some reason, which sends her into a coughing fit. You okay? I put my hand on her back.
ほっといて
She blushes as she swiftly slaps my arm off, still coughing heftily.
返す
What? She pushes the now half-empty can onto me. And what am I supposed to do with this?
いいからそっちのお茶をちょうだいよ
Sure. I do as instructed and return the tea can. I stare blankly at the part of the rim where the hole is located. Ugh.
何見てるのよ
Huh?
変態
What? I wasn't doing that.
不潔
She hurls her can at me. Makes direct contact with my forehead. Oh god, the rim hits me the sharpest part. Jag antar att det här är en ny CG, så jag är glad. I write in agony. Right in agony. What was that for?
いちいち言わなくてもいいことってあるでしょ
What hint?
キス関節キス
You literally asked me what the big deal about that was.
さしてほしいことってあるじゃない
What are you even saying?
バカ不潔変態
You didn't have to hit me with the freaking can. A few minutes of heated back and forth transpire. Ha ha ha. We're both totally drained. Phew. A sigh escapes me. I don't even know what to say. I pick up the can she'd thrown at me. With half the liquid still inside, it's basically equivalent to a blunt weapon. How did you even confuse the cans in the first place? It's tea and juice. The designs are 100% different. 100%.
さっきも言ったけど、ユーマだって気づかなかった。
Well, that I can't deny.
謝れ。
What?
謝っとけって。
Det är bra att vi har liksom en så här inre röst som säger åt oss vad vi ska göra. Why should I? Don't tell me you think this is my fault too.
違う。こういうのはさ、謝ったもの勝ちなんだ。だから先に謝っちゃえばいいんだよ。
I lazily scratch my head, letting out a Sorry. I'm sorry, Mio. I heed the sorcerer's advice. Okay. She draws her legs inward, wraps her arms around them, and then rests her chin on her knees. Ah, kolla, vi får en sist. Okej. Vi kan dock göra så här. Vi kan zooma in här lite. Det här blir en ganska bra tumnagel. Så vi gör så där. I look to the sky. The gentle sea breeze blows by and brushes against my forehead. An awkward silence pervades the air. The skyline and the sea line. I mutter that softly, as I absently gaze at the vast sea in front of us. Things were so fun back during our childhood. At least I thought so, I thought to myself. Back then, there was a myriad of things I didn't know. But maybe that's why it was so enjoyable. I honestly believe that, despite how clueless I was back then, I still at least could understand Mia's feelings better than I do now. But did I really understand her back then? I'm having doubts, now that I think about it. Huh? I suddenly notice her softly giggling to herself next to me. What is it?
なんだか私たちってまだまだ子供なんだなって思って。
You think?
多分。
Seeing that smile of hers makes me feel somewhat relieved. I reconsider my thinking. Things were fun back then, sure, but, you know, things aren't actually that bad right now either. If someone accused me of being simple-minded or fickle in my thinking, I'd honestly have to agree, but that's alright. She's still hugging her knees, resting her chin atop it to hide her face from me. But there is no longer any awkwardness to this silence. It's a silence that speaks of our intimacy. That's the best way to describe it. Hey, I softly speak, breaking this comforting silence. Hey, Mio.
何?
Look. I stare out at the ocean and the skyline. A sea breeze blows by. The wind turbines along the mountainside rotate. There's a little something I'd like to ask you. Is that okay? I decide to go ahead and ask her the question that's been eating at me for some time now.
聞きたいこと? 何?
Yeah, I nod, then I continue. I was just kind of wondering, what made you want to go through the trouble of moving to the dorm?
わざわざ?
Well, if you don't call that trouble, then what is it? I point to the cart behind us.
それは...
The way I see it, the primary reason for a student to move out of home and into a dorm in the majority of cases is because they live far from school and want to lessen the time it takes to commute there. But for Mio, your place is actually closer to school than the dorm. It's a 10-minute walk from your place versus 15 minutes from the dorm. Så då så är det... Alltså det behöver inte... Jag tänkte säga det, då är det bara 5 minuter mellan dem. Så då borde det inte vara så jobbigt att putta den här vagnen. Men det kanske inte är det. Det kanske är liksom så här 25 minuter. I can't really see the benefit of moving there.
それは... あれよ!
Ja, bra. Obvious. Bara för dig. It sure don't seem obvious to me.
ユーマに変な虫がついたから。
A tick. I can't say I recall being bitten by a tick anytime recently.
な 言ってんの？バカ。
And what did you mean?
あのメイド、どこで知り合ったのか知らないけど、人前であんなにベタベタして恥ずかしくないの？
Me and her, clingy. Me and her, love story. I don't think we are.
してる。十分してる。
I don't buy that.
ユーマ、あの子と話すとき、だらしない顔してる。
Sleazy? The hell is that supposed to mean? That I look like some horn dog? Please, that's just plain ridiculous.
男ってみんなそう。胸が大きければ誰だっていいんだから。
Hey, that's just not true. I can't speak for all the other men of the world, but personally, big doesn't always mean better. I prefer boobs that fit neatly in the palm of my...
なんだ？エッチな話か？
大
きいよりも手のひらに何なの
？Wanna continue a conversation about the horizon?
しない。そんなものどうだっていい。
I sighed twice simultaneously. One external, one internal,
ともかく
and one
あ
in
のメイ
between.
ドがユーマに変なことをしないように見張ってなくちゃって思って。私はユーマの幼なじみだし、相手は校庭でメガホン持って騒いじゃうような人間だもの。何をしでかすか分かったものじゃないじゃない？
Typ helt legit ändå. That's your reason. I'll admit their first confrontation with one another was pretty tumultuous. But lately, I think they've actually been getting along fairly nicely. You decided to move because of Kana.
違う。
She isn't able to lie. Then why? My mind immediately turns to the one thing. The only other possible reason I can think of. Problems at home.
ユーマには
Huh?
あんたには
She turns her back toward me, maintaining her sitting posture. Really? Being told that kind of hurts. It makes me feel lonely.
関係ないのユーマには。だから
I know that trying to pry into someone's private affairs is a surefire way to get them to hate you. But I don't know. I feel like I can't just let this go.
いい？この話はおしまいなの。だからもう放っておいて。と言いたいところだけど。
Huh?
今日はここまで付き合ってくれたんだから、これくらいのことは話しておかないと。俺とかいろいろ
Jaha.
含めて。
Jag trodde den skulle vara stanna kvar så där. Okej, strunt samma då. She slightly glances toward me.
私もうあの家に帰りたくな
Nej,
い
det
の。
var det du typ precis sa, men... You're home.
そう。
She nods.
それが理由。
Ja, men... Ja. Wait. Den borde inte var ni inte där nyss för att hämta grejerna? You ran away from home, essentially?
バカ、違うわ。
Am I misunderstanding the situation here?
違うわ。そんな反発する対象を履き違えているような反抗期真っ盛りの世間を知らない連中と一緒にしないで。
Well, that was rather pointed. So why are you leaving then?
どうしても何も。ただあの家にいたくない。それだけの理由。
That doesn't feel like a very complete answer to me. She has to be intentionally leaving out some details.
とにかくこうして手伝ってくれてること感謝はしてるの
You're
よ。
welcome.
本当。
I don't mention it, but honest talk, are you really not running away from home?
そうよ。誰もいない家から家出をしたって。
Den har säkert en mörk historia bakom sig. Okay. Wait, did you just say your home was empty? Var inte ni där nyss?
そう。
You said that like it's no big deal or something. What does that...
ダメ。
Why?
これ以上は 教えてあげない。
Alltså jag vet inte riktigt hur bra de här känner varandra heller. Han har inga minnen så han vet ju inte, men... What? The playful tone she said that with almost reminds me of someone pacifying a child. You said you'd tell me.
ヒントはあげたでしょ。だからここからはユーマが自分で考えて。
Det är hennes hjärta som är tomt när hon är där. That was a hint. Man, I don't know how that qualifies as one. It feels like you gave me an impossible to solve riddle.
そう？私は十分だと思うけど。
You know, it feels like you're just messing with me now.
そうかしら？
Seeing that mischievous smiles on her face gets me thinking. Maybe I've been worrying too much about her. It's a distinct possibility, but I still can't help but feel like something's going on that I'm not aware of. The whole her moving into the dorm thing just doesn't make sense under any other assumption.
この子の突拍子のなさは昔からじゃないか。
Do you remember her summer book report? How her goal was to confuse the teacher as much as possible? Shinku says.
今はあの頃よりも成長したからかな。ちょっと形を潜めてはいたけれど。
Yeah, you might be right with that. I guess I'm just worrying over nothing. I take in a good, sizable breath of air through my nose. Well, as long as you're fine, I'm fine.
うん。これはね、できれば私自身の力で解決したいことなの。
Ja, vänta bara tills vi kommer till din route, då får vi väl göra det vare sig vi vill eller inte. Jag skulle vilja köra hennes route, jag har inte haft någonting emot att köra den först. Ja.
さてと、もう十分休んだし、そろそろ作業を再開してほしいところなんだけど。
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't shake this feeling that she's hiding something from me. But if Mia's told me all she wants to tell me, all I can do is honor her choice.
どう？もう動ける？
No, I'm good. Let's do this. I'm ready to finish what we started. Work me till I drop, Mio.
頼もしい。
Flashing a smile on my way, she hops off the seawall.
好きよ。
Huh?
あんたのそういう素直なところ、私は好きよ。
Oh, tack, tror jag. Okej. Jag tror vi tar och rundar av här. Det där blir ganska bra tillfälle att sluta på. Så får vi se vad som händer imorgon. Tills dess så får ni ha det bra. Hej då.